What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my garage. I slept a little bit overnight so we could have some better light, and also when we left off last time, it was storming, and well, I just didn't want to play in all the lightning and thunder and the sound of the rain anymore, so I just slept through the night. You see, our stats are pretty low now. We need to get some food. We need to get some drinks. So yeah, guys, how you doing? Welcome back to my garage hard start, extreme hard start. There have been some developments because we are renting this location, this house, and the garage we're working out of. There have been some developments and changes with the rent, so we'll get into those in a little bit. Let's get a customer car that hopefully we can drive into town to get some food. I think that's our most important thing. I guess that's not going to work because it can't start. Engine chain is a problem, so. Hoses near radiator look bad. Don't want to mess with that because of coolant. Probably should grab some coolant stuff when we're in town, or fluids, I should say, when we're in town. Pistons, no. Can't start. Can you change the fuel tank? It's going to be iffy. Can you paint my car to match? Let's take this. Client didn't come. Great. Something wrong with shifting. Suspension parts. This car may work, so let's take the job. It's just suspension stuff, so we should be, 27, almost $2,800 on the job. Well, let's close the door. We don't want any critters running in while we're gone. Yeah, it's got some issues, huh? Okay, well, we're gonna have to... Maybe I'll get some jack stands when we're down there, too. Make sure all the fluids are good before I drive this customer car. Yep, that looks good, and... Coolant, can see it's a little low, but it's enough in there. Well, that was a hard start, huh? I guess it fits right into this series. I kind of like the orange of this car. Yeah, it's a good color. Okay, so we're going to definitely have some front and rear suspension problems on this thing. I don't necessarily want to drive this thing too fast. Yeah, because might cause some damage to it. It's leaning pretty heavy. Got the Detroit lean going to it. All right. Yeah, so how you guys doing, man? With all this, I know most of the country here in the U.S. Just got hit pretty hard over this past weekend with a huge snowstorm. Temperatures are pretty dang cold in the toilet. I myself live in Ohio, and over basically about a day and a half. Most of it came yesterday, which was Sunday. I'm recording this on Monday. You're gonna see this on Wednesday. Yeah, we got about 12 to 14 inches, which is, quite a lot for just to drop in about a day's time. For us, that's quite a bit. Still, even for us. Temperatures have been pretty dang cold too. For the last few days, we've been having quite a few days that are, well, even more than almost the last week. We've been having maybe highs and sometimes in the single digits. Then at night it's dropping down to into the negatives, -10, -11. Like it's been pretty cold around here. And we got all that snow, so hopefully you guys are recovering from that. There was a lot of stuff that was shut down around here, which normally doesn't happen, but by 3 of those and 6 of those. I think that would do us some good. And then, let's see here. Can we put these in our bag? Yeah, it seems like it's just like I'm not an old guy, you know, or anything. Like I said, I'm only in, you know, almost my mid-30s, and it just seems like, man, things have just changed a lot in the last, especially in the last 5, 8 years, 10 years. It seems like a lot of people have just grown soft, man, about you know, talking about shutting down during snowstorms and everything, man. Like back when I was younger, things wouldn't shut down for, I know it's a lot of snow, but 12, 14 inches of snow, people wouldn't, you know, businesses wouldn't shut down. Let's grab some, we don't have much of a selection here. Let's grab some sweet potato chips, a couple of those, a couple corn flakes, and I think that's all we have. You know, one more of each. They are very expensive. Let's grab some waters here. Guess we can't get any of that stuff. You know, I'd probably grab one more of each of those. Let's just eat right here. Hey, you don't mind if I eat at the counter, do you? Someone didn't like the other day because I was talking to the NPC in here. Oh, it's weird. They don't even talk back. Yeah, whatever. All right. Well, let's keep that one for now. Throw that in the bag. Throw the food in the bag. Then I need some drink. Give me some drink. Nothing back there. We are good. Let's get on out of here. I think we got some food and drinks for later. Let's hop back into this busted up mobile and get on back to the crib, where I can tell you about the change of events with the weekly rent we have to pay. Oh, what is that over there? Wow. Across the street here without any cars hitting us. Whoa, look at this. All right, we're making a little bit of a detour. Whoa, what a lineup out here. Did this truck say for sale up here? It is. Wow, or at least it says it's for sale. Wow, this thing is rough. Yeah, that's putting it nicely. Wow. Okay. Interesting. I wonder who's selling this. That garage is for sale. Huh. I don't know, maybe go back over to the gas station and ask. Or maybe that's the used car dealer. I'm wondering if these belong to the used car dealer. You know what? Give me a second, guys. I'm going to run across the street to the used car dealer. I'm sure someone's over there. I'm going to ask them if these belong to them. I'm sure if not, they know who they belong to if they don't belong to them, I'm sure. But I'll figure it out. Between the used car dealer and the gas station over there, I'm sure someone knows. So, give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. Let's get this off of here, set this out of the way. Oh, well, I talked to the used car dealer over there. These are, in fact, their vehicles. And they said I'm more than welcome to check them out. They are unlocked. So go ahead and check them out. They said this truck here was in rough condition. They said it does not start, but they're selling it for $800, and they are willing to negotiate on the price. So I thought that sounded pretty good. Okay, it's missing a seat. Interior doesn't look too bad. Floor looks solid. Let's look under the hood. Wow, this hood looks pretty... Actually, with all the rust, it looks cool. I like it. Ooh, that... Yeah, the engine's seen better days. It's got a bad head. Yeah. Intake is not good either. It's got some rusty rims on it. Ooh. Oh, look at this whole front end, but especially the axle. Wow. Yeah, steering box is gone. Look at that. Steering box is all rusted through. Wow. Yeah, this thing's... I don't even know if it's even worth $800, but you know car lots, right? They try to squeeze every penny out of you. You know what? Frame has some rot there, but that's just a cross member going across the rear here. This frame actually looks pretty solid. The rear end is shot too. Well, the axle might be alright, but the leaf springs are shot. At the very least back here. And it's causing the rear end to sag a whole lot. It's actually... That might be riding on the ground. This truck is rough. But for $800, it might be worth it. See if we can get it to run. Will it run again? Who knows? I don't know. I don't know if I want to get into that or not, man. Oh man, that might be a whole complete mess. Hornet's nest, right there, just getting into. I want to look at these though. These are pretty pristine. They said these trucks are also used. Obviously, they're old Ford pickups, which absolutely looks sweet. They said this one is actually a crew cab Bronco. And this one is in completely restored condition. So this one will bring a little bit of money, they said. Wow. Look at that dash. This is this is really sweet. That is cool. This guy here, oh, this is probably like a 90, somewhere around a 1990 model of an F-150. The 90s OBS, probably. Wow, really nice engine. I think they said this one is also in restored condition or new condition. It's very, low miles on it, I guess they said. But they did say about this truck used to be a diesel. And the owner, it's a one-owner truck, and they converted it to a gas engine, which is what's in it now, a V8. So that's interesting. And then this guy here, the crew cab. Wow, old Ford tailgate. How can you not like that? Rusty bad. They did say this one is in a pretty used state, but overall decent condition. Some rust, as you see there, but overall, okay, we got a bad drive shaft. Frame looks good. Oil pan is shot. Fuel line's bad. Oh, we got some suspension that's bad. So, yeah, this This one could be a little bit of a project. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, and the interior. Yeah, the interior is a little bit rough. Yeah, a little bit rough. What's the mileage on this thing? Oh, there's some rust on the roof I saw when we got in. 809,000 miles. Wow. That is surprising. This thing is super cool. I love the Fords that are the crew cab from this era. Just really cool trucks. Really cool. Man. Can I have them all? This is pretty cool. I'm more of a Ford guy myself. Definitely not brand loyal. I am not brand loyal. I think it's dumb to be brand loyal. If anyone's brand loyal, they're just a fool. At the end of the day, the car makers don't give a damn about you. So why be loyal to them? You can have your preferences all day, like I do, like anybody does. But there's no reason to be brand loyal. Not one is really better than the other. But yeah, these are pretty cool. I know Ford has had a lot of recalls lately, but man, we're gonna have to think on this. I think at the very least, maybe we should try to negotiate a price on this GMC. Let me know, guys, down in the comments. Do you guys think we should try to get after this GMC? Maybe even for a first vehicle? And get it to run? And then we'll see what happens after that. And I know I might be off my rocker with this one. I really love this blue Ford here. It kind of is just, it looks really good. I'm really surprised by how much I like this truck. It's a beautiful looking truck. Don't get me wrong. It is a beautiful looking truck. It's kind of got me a little speechless. I love it. The interior, man, is just awesome. And just the red interior, man, red and black interior, just kind of a classic. It's incredible. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this GMC, if we should even bother buying it. I think for the price, I think it might be worth it to give that GMC there a shot. And man, I don't know what they want for any of the other ones here. I didn't ask. But man, I think I'm gonna have to ask about the blue pickup. I'm just gonna have to. But they're all so cool. I really wish I could take them all home. Just don't have the money. We're poor. We are poor. Well, something's got really wrong now. It wants to, when I accelerate, it wants to pull hard to the left. So something's really gone wrong with this now. Oh, sliding to the right now. Wow. Yeah, we got some major issues. We might have done some more damage to this driving it. Well, let's go slow so we don't wreck it up. This is a pretty dang good paying job. Oh, you know what we forgot? You know what? We're already halfway home. We'll get him some other time. We'll just struggle through it, I guess. But jack stands. We could have went to the local auto parts store. But man, those trucks are, man, that is oh, that's a good looking lineup of trucks there. Yeah, you know, Ford has had their issues recently with, you know, a lot of recalls, but you know what? The difference that sets Ford apart from especially like Dodge and Chevy is that Ford, the reason why you're seeing a lot of recalls with Ford, unlike the other two competitors that do have some recalls here and there, they have, but the reason why I believe that, and I know I'm not the only one that believes this. I know there's some actual real car guys out there that also feel the same. That the reason why you're not seeing a lot of the other recalls that are being called on the Dodge or Ram and Chevy is well, because simply they just don't, they don't basically want to own up to their issues with their vehicles like Ford has. Ford is the only one that's really admits when there's really an issue. And that's why you see a lot of these recalls on Ford, and you don't and you tend to believe that because you see all the issues that Ram and I keep on calling Ram, Dodge, whatever, but the older guys will understand why. But there's good reasons for that. They don't want their, they all, especially Ram doesn't have a very good image, and right now in the car world, people that actually know and are in the car world, know that, and it's, and I tend to believe that, Dodge or Ram and Chevy do have a lot of issues, that they do not own up, about. But enough of that. I wasn't meant to be a rant about that, but yeah, I know there's going to be guys there that in here that disagree with me, but that's fine. Um, but probably more than likely they're just more brand loyal about certain other brands, and that's fine. Um, trying to let's see. We got to take this whole thing out, so because I see the cradle is bad. So this is actually going to be a huge job. I didn't think we'd have this much to do with it, but yeah, it's a huge job. It wouldn't have been too bad if we didn't have to take that uh, engine cradle out. This is going to be one that we got to work on for a while. But that's all right. You know, it's a hard start for a reason. Did I get the one off the starter? Yeah, I did. The one's off the block. One's off of the alternator there. So why is that not coming off? Probably because it's a customer vehicle. That's why. It's probably going to make me quit and reload. But we'll see. We'll try to get the transmission unbolted. That should be all for the transmission. No, maybe not. I got that one now, so that should be good. Okay. Well, yeah, the wires wouldn't come out, would they? I didn't have it off the battery or the fender. What the hell am I thinking about? Let's get this out of the car. Just throw this stuff over here. Just be a lot easier that way. Get these out of here, because if not, I will forget. We're going to have to put coolant back in this thing. Okay. Think we need a cutter for this? Because I believe that this one on the Wolf, you have to cut out. It doesn't bolt in. Yeah. I hope these two just bring it out. I'm hoping. Oh, it's still connected there, so it may not come out. I don't particularly like working on these Wolves. They are an absolute pain. All right, what else do I need to undo? Oh, maybe here. Tie rod is bad. I guess I'm just gonna have to take everything off of here. Yeah, I screwed up not getting jack stands. Because this is gonna be absolute pain. There's something. Yeah, there's that arm that's missing up there. Why are those arms missing? Those upper arms. Huh. I don't know. It's got me. That looks fine. I think I released the parking brake. Did. Let me take a look at these. Yeah, I think these are fine. We need these upper arms. What are those upper arms called? Might as well grab one of those. Hub carrier. Lower control arm. Lower control arm. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is no upper control. Well, yeah, maybe there is no upper control. I thought this thing had upper control arms. Lower, lower. Yeah, unless I'm just blind again, which is possible. I don't think it has any upper control arms. I thought it did. Huh. We gotta undo that and then undo that. Kind of waiting for it to come out. It'd be really nice to drop this all out at one time. This is coming out. That tie rod looks good. This tie rod, however, is not. That over here. Put the good stuff over here. Not gonna come out. What else is holding it together? Shouldn't be anything holding that on still, I don't think. think that hub is good, so we can pop out the both of those pieces. Yeah, that hub is good. This all looks fine. Didn't say anything about the brakes. This is bad. Yeah, hub carrier's bad. Okay, this piece finally came off. Lower control arm looks good. Yeah, I guess there's no upper control arms for this. I'm kind of surprised. I thought there was. Where's the tire? There we go. Hopefully that works for us. We got to make do what we have. That all looks good. Oh, and it fell out now. Thank you. This will make it much easier on us. Come out? No? No? Okay. Well, you can be that way. This is what we wanted. Let's get the steering box off of here. Going to need the welder. I think we already put on a welding stick. We did. And then it's reassembly time of the front end. Steering arm. Pull the parking brake again. All right, we got to do something about getting this car up more in the air. Those tires are helping some, but it's just not doing it for us. Ah. Oh, yeah. This is just a complete failure. Okay, let's get these on here. try to work somewhat fast. We are going to need a tie rod. Where is the jack? Can you please just work with me? I'm getting really irritated. Extremely irritated. It's like when I really work out in the garage in real life. Just, it's frustrating. But it's the hard start, right? You guys can see all my struggles. I'm trying to make this, entertaining, but also a struggle at the same time. Some of you may not like the struggle. I know some of you guys like to watch, videos that are all perfect. There's no problems at all. You guys like this? There's a lot of you out there that like to watch a lot of the fake stuff. That's what I call it. Fake content. They only show you the good. Okay. So we need hub carrier. I think it was the front left that we needed for the hub carrier. Gonna grab it just to grab it. And then a tie rod. I think that was all what we needed. We'll find out. And great, the car just slid off again. Yeah, front left. Yeah. Where did my freaking wrench go? I'm about to go off. Yeah, there's not one that appears up here that I can tell for a bolt, so maybe there isn't. Just seems weird. Okay, what else do we have to go on there? Oh. Tie rod. Oh, we still have to get that. That bolt right there. This car better not screw me either. What I mean is, after we get all this repaired, it better say it's good. As much crap as I've had to deal with this car so far. Oh wow, that would send me over the edge. This back over to the other side. We're gonna need it in a second. Get us a sprang in there. Let's see. That's all put back together. So we're gonna need a hub now, which is right in front of my face. Okay. Now we should be able to drop the engine back in. Let's see if this will help us. Maybe a little bit. Just need to see. Yeah. We got that bolt there. That's good. Did I ever say this jack absolutely sucks? Well, if I haven't, it sucks. That's there. I think that's all of them there for the transmission. Wow, we are really struggling with this one. It wouldn't have been a really much of a struggle if I had bought jack stands when we were down there, and I wouldn't have forgot, but I did, and now I'm paying for it. So there's no one to blame but myself. I want to make sure this thing cranks over. Yep, we're good. I don't know why it starts so hard for. Okay, that's the front. Should be done. We got a wheel here. Let's put this one on. Hopefully. Now the other side is not going to be nearly as easy. Yep, I'm going to have to jack that up. There's no other way. Can you just stop jumping? Get it on before it falls off. There we go. Absolutely ridiculous. But this is my garage. Gotta go with it. If you want to play, you gotta play by its rules. This is certainly a game that you gotta play by the rules. That's not even the rear end. We still got all kinds of stuff on the rear end. Which I already knew. I'm not acting like it's any news or anything. But it would be really great. This would just stay up in the air. Okay. So we're going to need a lower control arm. We got to need some of these sticks here. Whatever the heck those are called, I don't remember. We'll find out here in a minute. Shock is good. Probably won't come out. Okay. That's good. We need one of these. And some of these. Rear control arm. There's the bolt, and bolt should be right there. So we need a couple of these. Man, I'm telling you what, that rust just I really like. The one thing I do like about the update, which overall I think the URP update is just worthless for the most part. I do like how the rust looks now, and you get the rust tools and that. Like those are two things that I like about the update. Other than that, the update is pretty worthless. I could care less about the clear coat. Okay, there's some more stuff wrong with this side. That's all right. We'll get her done. You guys are probably sitting there, all he's doing is complaining. No, not really. Well, if you want to take it that way, you're more than welcome. In other words, I really don't give a damn. I bet you most content creators wouldn't tell you that. Because most are too busy trying to be liked by everyone. Me, you like me, you like me. You don't, you don't. That's how I see it. I don't need you to like me. You like my content? Cool. Cool. That is good. I like that you like my content. You know, I want people around, but you know, also at the same time, I'm not gonna, sugarcoat things either. All right, that hub. I think that hub is bad. I'm gonna go with it's bad. Is that one bad too? Nah, that one ain't bad. That looks good. I see why this job paid so much. Yeah, that is bad. All right, drop that over there. That's good. That one. That control arm's good. Yeah, just because it seems like I'm maybe complaining or whatever, actually I'm having a really good time. Yeah, everything else looks good there. I think everything else is good here. So what do we need? We need a lower control arm. We need 1, 2, 4, something. Wherever this came from. Is there 3 of those control arms on each side? I don't know, man. This car does not make any sense at all. So we need a hub shock absorber. 5 control arms. What's hub carrier? This job is really taking us almost all day. All right. Wait a minute. So we need, is one of those a rear control arm? Oh, what hub was that we needed? Rear left? I gotta go back out here. I can't remember a thing to save my life. Rear left. Control arm, control arm. Yeah, they're all the same. Okay. Rear left. Five of those. Over rear. And I need a rear right. Where's the wrench? Right where I left it, right? Quite clearly, man. Have you've never worked on a vehicle? Out in your own garage or something like that? Or helped a buddy work on a vehicle? Then you don't know the frustration that working on a car could bring you. Or if you're a mechanic in real life. I mean, you know it the best. So many freaking bolts under here. That's out of the way. Let's get this spring popped in there. There we go. We need a couple of those guys for over here. I guess there is 3 on each side, huh? Turn this headlamp off. It's too dark to see everything because it's getting dark. But then when you get under here and look at a part, it just whites everything out. That's kind of the stuff that I'm talking about that needs to be corrected. But whenever I'm real and I talk about things that need to be corrected, people just take it the wrong way and just say that I'm just complaining about everything, which to a certain extent, yeah, I'm complaining about it, but it's an issue. And I guarantee you have a problem with stuff too in the game. This game is far from perfect. I think we got everything over on this side. These back on. That was like a half of a sound it makes when it zips stuff down. That was weird. There we go. Did I not get a hub? Did I not buy a new hub? I guess not. Thought I did. No, maybe I did. Trying to think if I remember picking one up in my bag. And I don't think I did. That's what you're going to get here, you know? You're going to get the most real, raw, and unfiltered content out there. I mean, you got to keep in mind, my primary goal always wasn't really necessarily to become monetized. But it's getting to that point where it will be happening soon. And, or at least I think it will be. And, you know, so that's great. You know, like I've always said before, I forgot to put the brake caliper on. Good thing we can get to it. One thing I always said was, you know, it was never really about becoming monetized when I started this channel. It was more about just getting on here, seeing what I could do with it. You know, I really thought at one time, but I'd be really surprised. Forgot to put this spring in. Really surprised if I even got to 100 subscribers. Must be on this side. There we go. And, well, I'm a heck of a lot further along than 100 subscribers, you know, because that's, I really thought at first, I'm like, well, I get that. If I get 100 subscribers, I'm doing all right. Because, you know, majority of content creators don't even get there. You know, majority don't even become monetized. And, you know, I'm almost there. So, the way I've been growing tells me, you know, I'm on the right track. And how many people have told me that, especially over the last couple months, that they were drawn to my channel more than anything else was that I kept the content basically raw, kept it real, and you know, basically not putting all kind of edits and garbage and everything into my videos like most content creators do now. That's one of the, for me, that's one of the biggest turnoffs is when I watch a video is seeing it full of just full of edits. I mean, I don't like it. That'll get me to click off a video more than anything. It's just a turn off. I just find all these edits and making it more like a Hollywood production, if you want to call it, just is, it's just a turn off. It's just being fake to me, you know. I'm doing this to put my raw original, for the most part, gameplay on here for you to watch. You know, that's the type of people that I want to attract, and it seems like I am, for the most part. You know, there's people here and there, but for the most part, you know, that's what I'm kind of attracting. I don't need to get into this thing. What am I doing? I want to see if this job is complete. And it's probably going to tell me no. Yeah, some parts are damaged, missing fluids. Okay, so the fluids thing is all right. I think we still should have oil in this thing. It's just coolant. Yeah, still oil, I thought. It'll just be some coolant, which is not a big deal. We can do that. I hope that this is just what it's meaning, that there aren't any parts damaged. Oh, this car tested my patience a lot because I forgot to get jack stands. I forget a lot. Oh, it could have been a lot less of a struggle. It really could have been. Some parts are damaged. Are you kidding me? So we got the fluid stuff good. I guess that's half of the battle, huh? What am I missing again? I missed something on the car. I think it was a lad I did in the last episode that I missed a spring and I couldn't find it, and a couple guys in the comments told me it was a spring. Oh, and I did not see that spring on that lad in the last video. Some things I just completely miss. Is that bolt tightened down? Tighted. Yeah, it is. This is just too much money to miss out on. Way too much. Well, I'm going to have a look around this piece of junk and get more frustrated. And I'll be back, guys, because I don't want you guys to have to sit through looking at this. This job took way too long already. So yeah. I know a lot of you don't know. I'm not meaning to pick on anybody, but I know a lot of you don't have the patience to sit through me looking at through this car all over again, which I'm not going to. If it comes to that, it's going bye-bye, and this whole piece of junk was for nothing. But I'll be right back. Sit tight. It'll be just a second. All right, guys, the rambling asshole is back. I overlooked 2 springs, I believe. I replaced all 4 springs, but there was the front spring, I believe it was on this side, and also the rear back here, I think it was. I don't know. Either or, there was one on the rear and one on the back that, after closer examination, the one was just broke and the one was actually broke and the other one was kind of looked weird towards one end. And when I replaced all 4 of them, it was good then. So let's go to job info now, and now we are good. I am so glad. That was a huge paying job that I just did not want to pass up. Just did not want to. Let's sleep through the night. We're going to wake up early today. Oh, look at that sunrise. Heck yeah. Another sunrise on my garage. We made it through another night. But we have to eat. That should be good. Get some water in us. We are going to need to go get some more food. So we are going to have to make another trip down, into town, if you want to call it. But I think we're going to hold off till next time. At some point, going to have to take some of our used parts to Steve, a.k.a. my good buddy Scapegoat. Yep, my good buddy. Yep, if you didn't know, me and Scapegoat go a little bit back. Probably none of you know that. We go back a little bit. But, yeah. So, hopefully, you guys enjoyed this episode. Hopefully, I didn't complain too much for some of you. Hopefully, we'll be back in the next one. And hopefully, you tell me down in the comments whether we should buy that used GMC from the used car dealer. I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm thinking it might be a good idea just to buy it and get it to run. So, yeah, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave the video a like. If you like my content, like my channel, consider subscribing to me. All your support would be greatly appreciated. So until next time, guys, I'll see you later, and thank you for watching.